Well, the Cup of Key has concluded. All the quarterfinals has been done. And the DNA of Real Madrid has shined once again. Don't miss out on this program. Welcome, everybody, and here we go. This is the program of Football con Bambang, and let's talk about the semifinals. What quarterfinals? I'm talking about quarterfinals being concluded and what's to come in the semifinal. And who are the teams actually to be able to participate in the semifinal? Well, now we're going to have actually Osasuna, who actually beat Sevilla 2-1 yesterday, and Barcelona, who did struggle a little bit to actually overcome Real Sociedad 1-0. Today, we actually had two games, and the first game actually of the day was Athletic Bilbao versus Valencia. Valencia today did not show how to come to play. And Athletic Bilbao showed exactly what it is that they want. They want to continue. They want to compete. They want the cup. And they know how to play these kind of tournaments. So Ike Minain in minute 35 scores the first goal. Then an own goal from Oscar De Marco ties the game for Valencia. But Nico Williams, actually before the end of the half, scores the goal to go ahead for Athletic Bilbao. And this was actually like a cool down completely for Valencia because they were not in the game. And Mikael Vesga was the goal in the minute 74, giving the victory for Athletic Bilbao 3-1. Now, that's not the only game that finished 3-1 because Real Madrid came back from losing to Athletic Madrid and actually came up with the victory. And everything started because all of you guys that have been following me right now noticed that I did open up a show this morning about the racism that actually occurred early this morning in Madrid, a bridge close to Valdebeba, which is the place where Real Madrid actually practiced. Unfortunately, some little dum-dums came up and decided that it was funny to have a mannequin with the jersey of Vinicius hanging from a bridge and having a banner saying that Madrid hates Real. That's going to be investigated, hopefully sanctioned. Both clubs gave their statements. I already showed you guys this morning. If you missed it, go back to the show of this morning, earlier the show, and you'll be able to see a little bit more details about that. How about we talk a little bit about this game? And right now, we saw that from this incident, this actually should have been an extra boost for Real Madrid. However, Real Madrid began this game sleepy. They were just like the beauty, like the Sleepy Beauty, laying down, trying to propose things. Things did not look well for Real Madrid in this first half. And Atletico Madrid started in minute 18 with a phenomenal goal from Alvaro Morata, who actually he got across from Rodrigo de Paul to Nahuel Molina. And Nahuel Molina actually crossed the ball, and Alvaro Morata scored the goal, giving the first goal to Atletico Madrid and actually putting an extra pressure to Atletico Madrid. However, before the first half ended, Ferland Mendy falls down, holding the back of his hamstring, the back of his leg, holding his hamstring, requests a substitution. Dani Ceballos comes inside, and immediately Dani Ceballos coming inside in the minute 44, creates and generates in his first play that Rodrigo de Paul, which we know is a warrior. He's shown for Argentina, and he was a key player today to actually come in for Marco Llorente. He ends up getting a yellow card, which neutralized him and neutralized all his enthusiasm and strength that he puts into the game for the rest of the game. Starting the second half, that breather from Dani Ceballos coming inside was able to a little bit shift the team and the squad of Real Madrid because Eduardo Camavinga came up and went to the left cornerback to defend. He's done this before in the national team for France, and he did it in the final against Argentina, did a phenomenal job. Today was not an exception. He actually showed up. He did his job, he held his ground, and actually showed Ancelotti that he could be considered to be there if Ferland Mendy is not able to come back. So what did Ancelotti do? He actually put Toni Kroos a little bit more in mid contention, giving Dani Ceballos and Modric a little bit more pressure in the front, which just helped a lot Real Madrid because the second half, Real Madrid started proposing. If one of the things that lack about Real Madrid in the first half was they were not anticipated. They looked slow. They looked lost completely, gaps between each other, not concentrated. They looked like they didn't have any response to be able to stop the movement of the ball of Atletico Madrid. Now, in the second half, Real Madrid looked like a different Real Madrid. Now they're proposing. Now they're actually pressing a little bit higher on the field, to avoid the release of the ball from Atletico Madrid, cutting, anticipating, taking possession of the ball, trying numerous times. And then, of course, Axel Witsel comes inside for Alvaro Morata. This is a change that was very critical because Axel Witsel had the 2-0, but he decided to do a chilena, which is a bicycle kick, and then he missed. He missed when he was alone, and he had to go pretty much on his way to be able to score a goal. Any other time, this probably would have been a goal, but the ball hit his shin, didn't go to the direct direction that he wanted to give it, giving itself going outside. Why I said this is a critical moment, because this is when Ancelotti actually said, stop. Now I have to make some changes. So what he does, he takes away Fede Valverde, which Fede Valverde is still in La La Land. He's not been the same player that started the first half of the season. Once he got to the World Cup with his national team, he went to sleep, unshined. He came back, started playing this semester. It looks like things are in his mind and it's not working right. He still has the speed. He still has the dominance of the ball. He just missing on those passes. He's out of time. He's not showing. He's not been able to anticipate passes. He's allowing more takeaway and loss of balls that he's typically, or we're typically accustomed. So therefore, Ancelotti notices this, takes Rodrigo Goes and says, this is your time to shine. We've seen the Rodrigo Goes, especially on all the last games from Champions League, where we saw these magical moments. Rodrigo Goes coming inside, but guess what? Once again, Rodrigo Goes does the same, but this time he does it Maradona style. He takes the ball from Luka Modric on one of the passes, and he out-dribbles more than 5 players from Atletico de Madrid. And with his left leg, 3 fingers, or the outside of his left leg, he just shoots it right inside. John Oblak is not able to stop the ball, giving the tie for Real Madrid, and this changed the whole ambience in the stadium. Now, right there after that happened, you already had Memphis Depay coming inside, also having opportunities. He didn't look bad in the game. However, he was not able to shine as probably Simeone wanted him to shine. But you're now taking away Rodrigo de Paul because of this tie. You're taking Rodrigo de Paul, putting Saul Nunez. You're taking Koke out of the game, and now you're bringing back Kondogbia. So he's trying to put muscle in the middle. And that's how he be able to withstand the attack, the force, the pressure, the constant harassment that Real Madrid was putting in the second half on this team of Atletico Madrid. Now, the end of the regular period of the 90 minutes had a finish. Because we're in quarterfinals, we have extra time. So in the extra time, immediately Simeone does another movement, which surprised everybody because he takes Antoine Griezmann, which was actually still becoming a threat to Real Madrid defender, was putting in the first half a lot of pressure on the young Camavinga between him and Correa. By taking him out right now, it actually gave a little bit relief in the attack of Real Madrid. Madrid was not threatened as much by Pablo Berrios, who came inside. Madrid continued that first half to put pressure, to put dominance. And then, of course, there's a silly yellow card that actually happened between a confrontation between Stefan Savic and Viniciusjr. Both get a yellow card in a minute 97. And then Stefan Savic, what is normal, accustomed to do and known to do, Camavinga is going down, trying to create a play all the way through the corner of the field. Nothing to be a threat. And Savic just slides, carries Camavinga, gets a second yellow card, red card, leaves his team with 10 players. What it does, immediately Real Madrid just continue to put pressure, continue to try to have possession of the ball. And a lovely cross that comes inside and a miss from Vinicius Jr. He did scratch the ball, but he missed in the attempt to try to kick to goal. The ball goes behind him, and Benzema was ready to receive it and puts it inside, giving the advantage in that first part of the extra time for Real Madrid 2-1. And then it comes out the second half. Now, Real Madrid, you will think that in the second half of the extra time, will come and try to take advantage of that 10-11 or that extra player on there. However, it was the opposite. Real Madrid just stayed back and said, we're going to try to counterattack you. We're going to let you do a mistake. So they suffered. Actually, Atletico Madrid had several times and opportunities to be able to tie the game until Rodrigo leaves the game because he's starting to limp and getting hurt. So we get the young Mario Martin Riviel inside the game. And then Nacho, who had an outstanding game defensively on the right corner side, came inside and go outside and give Alvaro Odriozola an opportunity to come inside and still try to shine, even though if it was going to be 5 minutes. Now, what happens is Atletico Madrid continued to attack, continued to put pressure at Real Madrid on their heels until Ceballos does a slide to intercepts the ball. Vinicius Jr. takes the ball from coast to coast and automatically crosses the ball inside or crosses himself to his right hand foot, leaving the two defenders from Atletico Madrid confused because Benzema was coming, so they didn't know if the pass was going to come, so they stood there and allowed Vinicius to go to his right, and then Vinicius just comes in and just kicks it in completely underneath the legs of Reiniel. I'm sorry, I want to say his name the right way, and Rivieres. All right, so anyways, he comes in, he comes inside and gets the kick inside, which gave the advantage of Real Madrid, and that's it. That gives the game to Real Madrid. This actually comes in 3-1 Real Madrid. Now they're going to the semifinal. So guess what? Tomorrow's going to be the raffle or whatever you want to call it. It comes out to be that whoever decides in order the crosses, one of the teams to be in, the opportunities in between Osasuna, Atletico Bilbao, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. Whoever is the cross, whoever is the next games, the semifinals will be played on 2 legs. So there'll be 2 games, one on each one of the stadiums. And then, of course, the final of the Cup of Kings will be whoever on a single elimination in the final game. So therefore, Real Madrid just made the semifinal in the past 4 years. Since 2018, they never got past to the quarterfinals. So they finally just reached the semifinal once again. So now we know that Real Madrid is in a good moment. However, Real Madrid is still suffering some injuries. They had Rodrigo Goes leaving today, Velamendi going holding his hamstring on the back. We still know that Tchouaméni. Don't know if he's going to be back for this week or not. But David Alaba just came back to start beginning to practice. Eder Hazard also. And Mariano Diaz is also come a little bit back from injury. Therefore, Real Madrid got to see how they're still doing. How's the rhythm of the team, mental-wise. If they can keep up, they have a lot of games coming up. So they have a game this weekend, which is very important and crucial for Real Madrid. And then it comes out to be that then they have probably the first leg of the Cup of Kings prior to going to the game of the World Cup of Clubs. So Real Madrid has a lot of games. Who knows exactly who's going to be the opponent? Maybe we'll see 2 more Clásicos coming inside. I don't know. But let's keep posted. I will keep you posted on these shows. And thank you so much for being supportive, for taking the time. I hope you're enjoying these programs. I'm doing it with a lot of heart. I'm doing it with a lot of love. I'm trying to keep you guys informed of everything that's going in the Spanish community on the Spanish League. I know that you guys, due to the restrictions of the language, sometimes don't get all the insights in the get-go until probably these medias from the United States provide them to you guys, or the Sky report from England. Therefore, I'm trying to bring the messages as quick as it comes from you guys, and hoping you guys are enjoying it, and the translation is here. So anyways, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give me a comment. Let me know if you're enjoying these programs. Until next time. Ciao!